Hi everyone! Thank you so very much for joining me today. This is my very first YouTube video, and this has been kind of in the works for a while now, brewing in the back of my mind. My name is Tong-Tong, by the way, like salad tongs. Anyways, enough about my name. So this serves as a channel for me to share with you my own experiences, insights, and learnings that I've gained throughout the course of my lifetime and onwards that I feel would truly benefit those around me, those that know me, and the general public, essentially, as these have all been really, really valuable in my life and have contributed to a perspective, a paradigm shift actually, in how I view the world, my place in the world, my purpose, and how I in turn interact with the world and other people. So all of this has led to a much more joyful, peaceful, and meaningful experience within every moment that I'm fully present. So thank you in advance for being here. Hopefully the information I share from this moment onwards will help add value to your life and help accelerate you towards your own infinite potential, because each and every single one of you is limitless. And the only boundaries that are ever placed on you are the ones that you put around yourself. So let's break free of those and charge onwards, reclaim our life, our sense of self, the self-love, and proceed boldly into the future. So let us begin. So one of the first and foremost important things that I've really begun internalizing is the concept of the law of conservation of energy. It states that energy is never created nor destroyed, it is simply only transferred. That being said, every single interaction and action that we have with the world around us is a transfer of energy. Energy moves through vibrations. If you've taken grade school science, I'm sure some of this is starting to sound really familiar. Bear with me. So every single thing within our universe carries with it its own unique vibrational frequency. You and I, the table, the chairs, life, even our thoughts and our feelings. And the law of attraction states that like attracts like, meaning whatever energetic vibrations that you put out there, you'll get the same frequency returned back to you. So therefore it becomes increasingly important to be mindful of what the heck you're putting out there. Because it's all going to come back to you. So if you wish to live a joyful, peaceful, loving, amazing, caressing, nurturing life, you've got to start doing all of that for yourself in order to attract that in the same other people, the same energy and the interactions and the experiences that you hope to receive. You've got to be the change as you create your own reality. It all starts with the thoughts that you hold and then the action that you take. So intention and attention. Russell Brand has a great video on this as well, where he talks about the intentionality behind your actions starts the energetic movement, and furthermore, the actual attention, where you focus your energy and your action thereon, it accelerates the actual manifestation of what it is you're seeking. So one of my earliest mentors, a wonderful, wonderful woman by the name of Iris Woolley, once shared with me a quote that has forever changed how I perceive myself, as well as the purpose of my interaction with other people. And that quote is, "How others perceive you is truly a projection of how they perceive themselves. So you can never take anything in this life personally." With that being said, our judgment of other people is really actually a self-judgment. In living, breathing, seeing, speaking, and truly embodying the principle of oneness, and you understand that all life within this universe is interconnected and all part of the same source, then other people actually serve as a mirror reflecting back your own true nature. The beauty, the love, the kindness, the compassion that I see in you is truly a reflection of what's all contained within myself. Sometimes we don't give ourselves enough credit for all the goodness. We're so focused and fixated on all the parts of ourselves we don't like, that we wish to change, and that we believe we don't have the power to change. But you can. At any given moment, you can change your perception. You can move from being on the effect side of the equation over to the cause. You can empower yourself to reshape, reform, and recreate the reality that you'd like to live. So when one truly understands that I am you, you are I, we are we, and we are all together, and there's absolutely no reason for me to create intentional harm, pain, or suffering into your life, for I'm only hurting myself. Instead, I'm going to give you the best damn quality of love I can, the utmost patience, acceptance, respect, compassion, because I love you, and I love myself, and love is what brings us all together and makes a life worth living. And so there are absolutely times in my own life I felt very alone and isolated, especially, during the highs and lows. Sometimes the lows just really, really beat me down, and I feel so lonesome, and so afraid and fearful and isolated from everyone else. And it can be a very terrifying experience. I feel that no one else can understand what I'm going through, that why me, and I start playing the role of the victim. But in reality, we have all experienced both extremes of the same spectrum of human emotion. Everyone can relate to you to some extent. That you are not alone. You're never alone in feeling how you feel. And it's okay, as long as you understand this too will subside. And to allow for your pain to open you up and reveal to you what is important to you. Only in that way can it be brought up to light to heal. So a few years ago, my sophomore year in college, I remember I was in the middle of a massive kind of self-awakening transformation. For health reasons and many other reasons, I began letting go a lot of the old hobbies and activities that I had. My social life and dynamic completely began to change, and I stopped hanging out with a lot of people that I spent a great deal of my time with. And at first, it was really intimidating coming into a new level of self-awareness. I felt very lonely and isolated. I didn't know how to engage with people, nor did I have the confidence to truly bring my best self into the interaction. So I created this daily challenge for myself, to where I challenged myself to spend 5 minutes every single day conversing with a complete stranger. And this really, really has just opened me up. And so at first it sounds really intimidating. You're like, oh gosh, 5 minutes, like with a stranger, holy cow, every day. Oh my, where am I going to meet these people? And they're all around you. And what you'll come to find is if you approach others with a heart full of love and a true desire to connect with them, odds are very, very, very few people will respond in an unfavorable way to you. So you can start off slow and easy by conversing with the people that are being paid to talk to you. So the cashiers at grocery stores, customer service reps at the post office, at any retail location, anyone who is literally being paid to interact with you, and hopefully they're motivated to create a pleasurable experience there. And so see how much deeper you can get in that interaction with them, and how genuine you can be with a complete stranger. Soon you'll start building up the courage, and after just a few days of doing this, it'll be fun and really exciting. So this has really pushed me out of my own box when I'm standing in line waiting to be checked out, and it just seems to be dragging, and I feel myself starting to get a bit frustrated. And then I realize I have this challenge to implement and execute in my life. So I look at the person behind me and just start by asking how their day is. They'll respond with some mechanical answer or so, and then I typically just out of habit and out of desire, I respond with, well, it's a beautiful day to be alive. And that usually cracks a smile within their face, and that usually breaks the ice a little bit, and you can start opening up the doorway for some more fluid, honest, heart-to-heart communication. And it's become a very beautiful and essential part of my life. Since I posed this challenge originally about 4 years ago, I've met thousands of people that I would have never been connected with under any other circumstance had it not been through having this challenge in the back of my mind and me taking the initiative to engage with them. And odds are 99.8% of the time, the conversation will go awesomely. It'll be great. In the best case scenarios, we've exchanged numbers and we've actually made plans to hang out, and we've got to know each other on a deeper level and connected and been able to share our passions. And that's been so beautiful. And then on the off chance that somebody is just not having it, or they're really questionable of your intentions and they're kind of just short and curt with you, then you're probably never going to have to see them again. So no worries. And yeah, and it doesn't have to be 5 minutes long per se, just a couple of minutes. Who knows? It could turn into an entire afternoon. I've had that happen to me as well. And so just stay open and understand that you are always creating your own reality. Whatever thoughts and energy that you put out there, you're going to receive amplified, returned back to you. So another one of my favorite quotes that I feel is very powerful for me in my life is, "Judge nothing, you will be happy. Forgive everything, you will be happier. Love everything, and you will be happiest." And so in one of David Wilcock's lectures, he talks about how in the Bodhisattva, it mentions forgiveness stops the wheel of karma. So it is ever important to forgive others, regardless of whether or not they deserve the forgiveness, but forgive them for the sake of you. And more importantly, forgive yourself. Always forgive yourself, and never hold on to guilt, as guilt is completely useless, negative feeling to store within you. It's unproductive. It's just self-punishment in every regard. So always remember to forgive whenever possible and free up that energy within you. Love everything, and you will be happiest. And tying back earlier to what I said about energy transfers and vibrations, love is the purest energy within our universe. Love is the highest vibrational frequency, the highest expression that the human soul can experience. And it is through the power of love that wounds are able to heal, that we're able to forgive, that we're able to move on, receive more love, and truly unbox the potential of our own infinite being. So I encourage you all to be, speak, and give the love that you would most like to receive. And most importantly, always remember, you yourself, more than anyone in this world, are deserving of your own best quality of love. So that, my friends, I leave you with this message, and I hope that this has been time well invested on your behalf. Thank you so much for being with me, and I wish you all nothing but the best, and may this journey continue to unfold with beauty and ease. Take care.